Hi, welcome to my ArcoLinux B Plasma system. The video is about ArcoLinux and we've made already a few videos about it. Today, that's the date, and we are making more and more videos, tutorials about ArcoLinux on ArcoLinux.com about ArcoLinux in phase 5, because we have 19 desktops ArcoLinux, 19. So you can install them via ArcoLinux D with B, but at some point in time, take a look at our learning phases. You could decide to do phase 5. Start with an ArcoLinux installation. Few phases: old computers, new computers, 2 and 3, and then you need to choose something, a desktop. Choose a desktop. We've made new tutorials about UKUI. We've made one about SpectrWM, which is still not in the menu here, I see now. And I'm gonna make one of SpectreWM right now. How do we proceed? Well, YouTube, ArcoLinux, let's see if that works. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay, that's a playlist, right? So this is not, oh, I deleted it. Control-Shift-T, guys. Control-Shift-T, exam question. Don't want to see the advertisement. I want to go and have a look at how do I proceed. Click here. That's the playlist. Well, actually, if you take one of these and then scroll down to Eric Dubois, then you are at the link, the main page. So the last videos I've made is this one, how to install ArcoLinux. So the same wallpaper, haha, yeah. How to install ArcoLinux BIOS, older PCs with a swap on Virtualbox, decide the desktop later. We've done that. If you follow the video, what do you get? Super 7. You launch Virtualbox, then you get this. This is a template. It goes all the way in here. It will do Archway, phase 1, go to phase 2, go to phase 3, and at the end of phase 3, we do Xorg, we do LightEM. It's all installed already. But what we've not decided now is what do we choose? One of the desktops, right? So that's up to you to decide what do I want to work with what desktop. You start with that as a start, you clone it. Yes, you clone it, and then you say, I'm gonna try out SpectreWM on ArcoLinux. Takes a while, of course, it's a complete operating system. The faster the computer, the faster it copies. And the next thing I need to know is, ArcoLinux, tell me how should I install SpectreWM. Look around, small dynamic tiling, etc. You need to do this. You will need to set an available font, and then that's here something. Will this be enough for me to start, right? We have this folder, file is unavailable. It tries to find it in etc/spectre.conf. Okay, so there is a configuration file somewhere else. etc/spectre.wm/conf. I can call bar action.sh and so on. So here is the information, the Arch wiki. We remember to install SpectreWM for sure. We launch our VirtualBox. ArcoLinux is available, everything but a desktop. We have LightEM. This means there is nothing behind it. I go and look at my keyboard. I say the right control, keep it in, press it in, synthesizer like, keep it in F3. Login. Sudo pacman -s SpectreWM. Do it. Install it. There are a few dependencies we see. There's D menu, which is good. We like Super Shift D. That's our keyboard shortcut to have the D menu. And there was some mention about, let's have a look, nano etc spectre something, right? Yep, there is one. This is the default. All right, but Control C, ls, ls minus al. Nope, nothing here. There is not even a .config folder or anything there. So there's nothing really in my home directory. Now we need to know, let's have a look again. Is it inside the .config? Or is it at the top level, the root level? So it seems to be that it's a dot, meaning it's hidden, and it's in the root. This says to you root. In my case, home Eric, right? Root. Not the slash root. That's something else. All right. Oh, okay, fine, cool. So we copy the etc SpectreWM, because probably we could try it if you want. Yeah, we should try it, Eric. We should try it. So if you should reboot now without any configuration, what happens? What if you don't copy paste the spectrewm.conf over to the home directory? What do you get? I don't know. We're probably going to be thrown back, right? Thrown back into LightYAM. I think so. Or is SpectreWM? Nope, we're thrown back. So right control F2, go back in, and let's finish our train of thought to copy etc SpectreWM. This is often the case for tiling window managers to have that reflex. This is somewhere on your keyboard. It does not show until you press space behind it. So that's my home directory. And I thought it was a .spectrewm. So I don't know if it requires to be hidden or not. The only way is to try it. Sudo reboot. Is this enough? I often say to you guys, trial and error. There's nobody who knows the solutions. Nobody is born with knowledge of ArcoLinux. Do not think so, right? Go. No, not working. Control F2. Let's go back inside ls. Yeah, it's hidden, right? ls minus al. There is my spectre.conf. Do I need to rename it? So I'm gonna copy it. Well, move it, it's better. Move it, the .spectrewm.conf into a spectrewm.conf. So not hidden anymore. Is that the reason? Shouldn't we have done that? I don't know. Sudo reboot. LightYAM is always there for us, never fails us. It's what behind it that fails us. NVIDIA drivers and the likes. Still not working. So, Control F. What are we doing wrong? Right? We have to read again. Oh my God, do I need to read all that? Right? That's how it is. So, you need to set an available font for the status bar. Okay, voila. I suppose that's going to be okay. We could check. Suppose there is going to be a font. Screensaver, still nothing. The first tries to open this one, so it was a .spectrewm. If that file is unavailable, it's going to try this one, so okay. Optionally, this one, default key bindings are in here. And then run Spectre with Xinit, so that's no issue either. We have our LightYAM. To enable the status bar, uncomment these lines. Bar action sh 5, conky clock enabled, alternative status bar. i3 status. Not really seeing anything that would suggest me a solution at this point in time. All right. The question is, why is it not doing what I think it would do? So here we have SpectreWM. We need to change it back the way it was. So control right. Oh, that's the wrong button for me. So back here, inside this thing, control F3, for example. And the last command I did was this. So I'm gonna say again, nope, it should have been like that. ls-al, and we are back to SpectreWM.conf. I don't think I made any mistakes. Let's check that out as well. Typos, the worst kind of waste of time. Typos. SpectreWM, where are you? Here. So roots.spectrewm.conf, and we have the same. Okay, what else do we have? We can have a look at what's inside. Is there something we should change? Workspace limits, previous folk warp, bar settings. Our mod key is Windows here. So I'm pretty much guessing, but I'm taking my files with it. So if we go to ArcoLinux desktop and we take a look at SpectreWM, what we've done as a Control H as a SpectreWM, we have a .config Spectrwm where we add the PyChem SXHUD scripts. So okay, that's cool. But we also have a .spectrewm.conf, and that's this thing. This is ours, right? So we've defined the mod key is mod 4. That's okay. Now we need to think about what difference is there. How should I solve this, right? Now there's a lot of things that are not here. There is no bar action. There's a lot of things that are still wrong image here, wrong screen. A lot of things that are just not working. There's no bar enabled, and so on. So we do have a lot of stuff in here that says enable your bar, etc., enable the worksheet, etc., etc., etc. So that's the thing with tiling window managers. You could have figured it all out, and before you see something graphical and something nice, well, it's a day or two later. Now another way to do this is know the name SpectreWM.conf. Control C, of course ArcoLinux has one, thanks to Nato, by the way, who developed, and don't forget Stephen, who developed it. But I could make you could take a shortcut, right? Go and find SpectreWM.conf somewhere on the internet. This is coming from Conformal SpectreWM, and there are more Gentoo scripts. Oh, why not? It's all SpectreWM. Releases here. This is us.conf. Forget about GitHub. How about GitLab? How many people put their data, their stuff, their configurations on GitLab? Oh yeah, Derek Taylor. Maybe a name you know, right? This should be a name you should know. Well, should. It's an interesting DistroTube, interesting YouTube channel, right? Have a look. Now, if I want to copy the file contents, you could do that and say, okay, and let's start with this. All the things have been already figured out. You'll have a bar if you have, of course, the bar action.sh. It has to be there. And so on. We've chosen to go for a polybar, by the way, right? Bar action, config, polybar. Launch it. We work differently. And that's the fun in Linux. You can set everything to your own desire with the knowledge you have and the packages you like. Do it the way you like. But in the beginning, if you really start from zero, as I am noob to SpectreWM, as I am, right? Because it was developed by Nato and by Coritani, right? Then you need to learn it from scratch. So all these elements need to be checked. There is nothing behind here. There's nothing working at this point in time. So I need to say a lot of things that I should just hashtag away. Not just arbitrary, just all of them, which is of course trial and error case, which is okay. No problem with that. Anybody having the time can have some fun, right? Control S, save it. But that's the point. I'm not going to go into detail how to get anything working, but SpectreWM is installed. All you need is a good config. And then of course you can log in. Not sure if this will happen, if anything would happen if I would now just do a few things here, like border width maybe and stuff like that. Dialog ratio, screen and so on, auto run, layout stuff. At start, yeah, not really necessary as a must-have. Maybe this will result into something, but well, we need to try. Let's do a Control F and then finish the video. If it's nothing, it's nothing. You know what to do. Go and have, oh, I can't save. Control C. I have no more. Now I'm back. Control X. Yes, save, sudo reboot. Not sure if this is gonna result in anything really, since I did not develop it. I'm a noob just like you. Right? Houston, we have liftoff, right? There is something, but there are things because Xlog was never installed. So I don't know if I can do a Control T. There we go. No Control T. And this is how I started back 5 years in i3. Frustrated with, hey, where is there no menu? Why can't I click somewhere? There was nothing really, just some numbers and figures. But basically, that's a tiling window manager. In ArcoLinux, we figured it out for you and can start already with something visible, graphical, right? But this, of course, is super educational. Figure out, hey, how do other people do it? With what config are they working? What elements did they use? And you need to go again to Ctrl-Alt-F3. Yep, go in there, go in the terminal, go and edit nanospectrwm.conf and check it out what you like to do. Like for instance, I thought workspace limit we did 10, right? 10 workspaces is cool, right? 22. 10 is already a lot. Ooh, Control C. 10. That's my numlock that's not in, is it? Control C. Alright, it's on. Control X. Yes. And so on and so on and so on. No time to do this one, right? Okay, have fun with ArcoLinux. Cheers.